Hello, friends. It's good to see you again. I want to thank you very much for your friendship this past year. It's something that I treasure very much. As I was taking time to reflect on 2009, I took some notes that I want to share with you today. So I'll be reading some of those notes. And one of the other things I do at the end of each year is I plan 2010. That's my dog that you hear in the background. So just ignore him. But truly, one of the things that is most important to me is sit down and look at the past year, and find out what I've done that I like and what I think needs to be changed, and set my goals for the next year. When we planned 2009, I really set some goals that I thought were probably not going to be reachable, but what happened when I sat down at the end of the year, we were able to check them off. So that's very exciting to me. Now, as I set up my 2010 goals, we looked at where we want to be. And one of the things I do is I dream big. I think that if you don't reach for the moon, that you're not going to get a star. So it's important to me that I look at the big picture and I really dream big. Some of the things that helps me stay on task each year is I use such tools as a dream board. A dream board is where I put pictures and words that will help remind me of those goals that I'm setting. One of the other things I use is I am statements. I am living a life of abundance. I am living the life God intended me to live. I am living an adventurous life. You get the idea. They're I am statements. It always turns it back on me because it's not someone else's fault if I don't get to where I want to be. It's only can be reflected on me. So the I am statements are very important and very big for me. One of the ways I use the I am statements is I send myself cards. I send about 12 a year, sometimes more, but typically at the beginning of the year I set out and write out my I am statements. And most of the time they carry over from year to year, but I add some. And I'll send myself cards with these statements in them as a reminder, of what I planned for the year before. And I have a system that I use that I can set it up in December, and I will get them throughout the year. So I don't have to think about it again, about sending myself a card and then I get it a week later. So I send them now and I get them in 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, all the way out. So it really is effective for me. Come up with the system that works for you. That's what works for me, and I really like it. Now, the cards and the I am statements and the dream boards, they work for me. They may not work for you. My husband doesn't use any of those. So don't be afraid to experiment and see what works for you. The other thing is I really encourage you to, when you're planning 2010, dream big. I mean really, really big. Don't think about little goals, but think about big goals, where you really want to be, where you really want your family to be. Look at what you thought you wanted to do when you were a kid. Not what you thought you wanted to do when you realized that you lost your job last year. Not surviving. That's not what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about where your dream life. Dream it and then live it. So a couple of the other things is when 2010 gets here, make sure that you're sharing your dreams with your friends. They'll keep you accountable. If you've got dreams and then you never do anything about it, really, it's a pipe dream. And that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about setting goals. Set goals that you can work toward every day. Make sure that every day you do something that takes you one step closer to those goals. Well, this sounded more like a pep talk, but I really do enjoy y'all's friendship and I appreciate it. And from our family to yours, we wish you a happy, healthy, and prosperous new year, and may Godspeed in 2010.